All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel, Hillcreek Outdoors. Hey, it's that time. We're going to start roughing in some electric into the ceiling here in the pole barn. We're finally to the point where we can run some electrical boxes up there and some wires. They do have to put a ceiling in, so we're going to try to get that rough electric done before they put the ceiling in. That way we can get all the trim and everything flush up there, making it look really nice. So we're going to work on that today. We have a little time. So we're going to plan on putting seven outlets or receptacles in up top for lights, and we'll be talking about the lights we're going to be using here soon. And then also we're going to be putting in a fan box because we're going to be putting a big fan in the middle of the pole barn here where we're going to be working for the workshop. And hey, let's get right into this. Don't forget, hey, like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. That way you find out all the information when we put them up there. I do have to tell you that I am not a licensed electrician, but this is how I'm going to do it. I feel confident enough in myself where I can do this. It's not really that difficult. So we're going to wire the barn ourselves, save down on some costs. So whatever I do, you guys take it for what it is. You can figure it out yourself. Get you your own electrician, but this is how we're going to do it. So hey, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so we're going to put another one right here. We're going to put them right here. They were nice and even. And we know exactly where they're at. So we're going to throw this on here and we're just going to tap it in. Because when we put the ceiling in, we're going to, we might have to move these a little bit. So we're just going to tap them in a little bit. We're going in to put our box is kind of where we want them at first, and we'll run our wire here in a minute. All right guys, so we're gonna do fan boxes now for the fan box. So we got to put, it's 44 and 15/16 between trusses. So we're gonna do 45 piece. Just let's get this here. We're gonna do 245 2x4s, and we're gonna make a box to where we can hang that fan box. Check out these DeWalt power tools. They'll be in the description. These things make it handy when you're just trying to do a quick cut or work where you don't have any power. So check those out. Let's cut these real quick. Go to the next one. It would probably help if my battery was full. Probably change that out here. We're gonna go ahead and make this fan box down here on the ground. There's no sense in doing stuff over your head if you don't have to. And that's how you make a frame there for a fan. So now we got the box made and it framed out and the fan box put in. We're going to throw it up in the rafters. That way we have a nice stable base for any fan we're going to put up there. Beautiful. Move this out. Slide that in there just like so. Let me kind of show you what I got here. Going back to the box we made, we put an extra support brace on here. That way it actually sits on top of the truss on both sides. And then we lagged it in from the top. That way it's just an extra little bit of support, and it made it easier to install it up here. That way we weren't holding anything. Once we got it in place, obviously it sat on here and we were good. So now you can kind of see we have our entire fan box framed out. It's secured right in the center of the pole barn. So now we got the boxes all installed, fan box, all that stuff. Now we're gonna start running our wire. So we're gonna pull out the first one we have. We need 42 or 45 feet of wire. So we're gonna unroll it here. It's pretty simple. Just unroll it till you got 45 feet. I mean, it ain't that difficult. Just make sure when you're unrolling, you keep it to where it doesn't get all kinked up. Wires ran for the back two lights. The one all the way down there, that's going to be on its own switch. So that one is going to be ran on its own switch. And then this one here closest to us is going to be on the rest of the barn lights. We did add 2 more, so we have a total of 9 lights that we're going to have in the barn. This one here, the closest to us, it's going to be the last light on the circuit. So we run, they will be a 3-way switch, so you can turn them out in the front. But we ran them nice and neat over here. And then until we get the ceiling put up, we just wrap the wires up and threw them down in here. And then once the ceiling's up and the rest of the framing's done, we will go ahead and run it down to where our switch will be. We've now started to go along to our other box, which is right there. So we're going to move the ladder and we'll start showing you some of that. All right, everyone, we're finally done. Got all the receptacles in, 2 in the back here. We strung everything up, labeled it. That way we make sure we have it. Just so you all know, I know you've seen me doing some things. There's 2 more. The electrical boxes, we didn't pound them all the way in. I know you've probably seen that. 2 more. The fan box. The reason why we didn't pound those receptacle boxes in all the way is for when we do the ceiling. If we need to pop them off, we don't want to have to struggle with them. We might pop them off to do the ceiling, and then we'll hammer them all the way on for absolute security. So there you go. 8 lights on each, or 4 on each side, making 8, and then 1 in the middle here in the front bay doors, which makes 9. And then once again, we hung up some stuff there for the fan and labeled it. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up here. Once again, we added 2 extra receptacles. Therefore, we have 8 lights on each side, 1 in the front. So a grand total of, we're going to have 9 lights in a pole barn here. We also put that fan box in. So we're going to have a big fan. It's going to have 96-inch blades. So it's going to be a good commercial size fan. Get some good air movement in here. Once again, our goal with this project, it took 2 days. It's a little colder today, but our goal was to get it roughed in, everything above the ceiling. That way when they put the ceiling in, all we have to do is come down from there. So we ended up go ahead and putting the receptacles in. All we got to do, if we need, when we're putting the ceiling in or they're putting the ceiling in, they can pop the box off, adjust it, pop it back on, make sure everything's squared away. But we got all that taken care of. I hope you guys learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I'm not a certified electrician or licensed electrician. This is just how I do it. It's not that difficult. I hope you learned something, though, that you can also use for yourselves. Appreciate y'all coming back once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until the next time, here on Hillcreek Outdoors, we'll see you.